I want to live stream. And I have been. Quite a lot, actually. Yes, for the last few months, a little over 3 months at the time of script writing, I have been streaming on Twitch. My last video on the subject went live a little over 2 months ago, and at that time I had done, I think, 2 or 3 streams? It's a time of writing versus a time of video airing thing. And since then, I've tried to stick to a pretty consistent schedule. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday mornings are drawing streams. Thursday night is Neo The World Ends With You. There has been a little variation. I missed a drawing stream because I was quite sick one morning, and I occasionally have to reschedule the Neo The World Ends With You stream either to Friday or Wednesday if something comes up on Thursday that I can't do some other day. Oh, and as an aside, I'm actually sick right now, so if my voice sounds a bit different, well, now you know. The morning streams are short, supposedly an hour, but I draw so slowly that sometimes they go up to about an hour and a half. There was a public holiday one Monday, so that stream went especially long, though I had planned to do a long stream that day and went through and tried every single brush that I had on Critia. The Thursday night streams are the longer ones, normally going for some time between 2.5 to 3.5 hours. Unintentionally, Neo The World Ends With You was actually a really good game to start streaming with, as it's broken up into different days, so after completing a day or two, I would end the stream, and it would give me a good spot to start again the following week. That means, thankfully, at least when compared to all my other goals, I have absolutely crushed my streaming goal once again. Last video I said stream for at least 3 hours per week, and I have consistently been doing around 5.5 to 7 every week. So yeah, big success. That is, of course, just the basic overview of how streaming has been going. Let's get into more details. First off, stream attendance. Well, I've had some viewers? A few? Alright, who am I kidding? I've had like 2 max when I'm live, and I'm still not sure if the Streamlabs bot is one of them. But hey, that's all good. I'm an absolute zero name recognition artist with subpar skills at best. It's not like anyone is clamoring for the next Blobbit drawing stream to see what amazing piece of art he'll draw next. My game choice isn't top of the charts either. Instead of playing the latest and greatest game like Elden Ring, I'm playing a year-old sequel to a JRPG, and I didn't even see buzz around it when it was freshly released. I'm certainly not doing myself any favors. Rather, I'm thankful for the viewers, and especially the chatters that I have had. So shout out to YoshidaB357, or is that YoshiDab357, or even YoShidaB357. I think I made that joke during stream and it wasn't funny then either. Either way, thank you for joining me for 2 of my Neo The World Ends With You streams. It was fun chatting to you, and it really warmed my heart when you appeared for a second time. Another shout out to Rose Casey Lee, who looks like she streams her own art stuff on Twitch, who actually raided me during one of my own drawing streams. I was a little shocked at being raided, especially at the start of the stream, but it was definitely a new experience, and I certainly didn't know how to react to it, that's for sure. I would have had one more shout out to do, except that I forgot to note down their name, and they didn't follow me, so I can't find their info. I really should have, because they were the first person to ever chat to me on stream. Except that's a lie. Haha, I fooled you. And myself. The stream they chatted to me during was my first head-shape practice stream, a bit of an oddity compared to my other drawing stream, so I downloaded the VOD intending to upload it to the VOD channel, which I still haven't done. And because I have chat on stream, I actually have a video of the interaction. So, a shout out to Floofios, my first chatter ever. Your name is now recorded in the annals of history. Funnily enough, the day that I started writing the script, I had a morning stream where I drew something that was somewhat lion/feline inspired, and I was thinking of that first interaction since Floofios was talking to me about how much their friend earned drawing furry art commissions. Though, another interesting note on Floofios, I unintentionally timed them out during stream, or rather my Streamlabs chatbot moderator did. You see, much like these videos, I try to keep my streams PG. The game I'm playing notwithstanding, so maybe I'll classify those game streams as MA streams. MA, for those not Australian, is the rating below the R rating in Australia, and I'll keep the drawing sessions family friendly. Either way, I enabled a profanity filter on the chatbot thinking that it would, block naughty words and let the person know that, hey now, there's no need to swear. Unfortunately, I haven't figured out how to resolve the issue. When poor Floofios used a strong sentence enhancer to get their point across, not only did it remove the offending message, but it cleared out every single message that they had previously sent. That was certainly not my intention, and I've joined the Streamlabs Discord to resolve the issue. I just haven't yet. This brings me neatly to my next steps. You see, streaming has been going well, but I've just been doing the bare minimum. I turn on my Snapcam filter, I put in some stream details, and I just start going at it. There's no flair, no pizzazz, and when the stream ends, it just kind of ends. I've got the schedule in place, I've built up a rhythm, so now it's time to polish. First, I've got to look into what Twitch and Streamlabs have to offer. There are a variety of things, widgets and so forth, that I know are available, but I just haven't yet implemented them. Things like Twitch-generated messages for followers, and I'm sure there's ones for raids as well, those things that pop up on screen and say, X just followed you, or something like that. Next, I think I need to add an intro and an outro. Nothing fancy, in fact I already drew a test outro during one of the streams, but my design sense is garbage, so I want to make something that looks much better. Intro as well. I was browsing the Streamlabs widgets and they've got some countdowns that can be implemented, as well as some pre-built intros, but it's more me to make them myself. I also need to figure out that chat issue that I mentioned last video. The formatting to make the text stand out more, but also not being too intrusive on whatever I'm streaming. There are other bits and bobs that I'm sure will be worthwhile implementing. I think it comes down to actually sitting down and watching some tutorials and seeing what I can actually do to make the most out of my streams. This brings me to potentially the biggest change, upgrading from the potato. Yes, it's been over 3 months of potato time, and with my updated drawing abilities, I think I should attempt my evolution into an anime boy. Now, this isn't a quick process, and I've been doing some reading, looking up some combinations of software that I need to use to set up a rig and get that rig connected to my face, and it seems like a somewhat arduous process. Most of all, it seems that, at least in the intermediary, I'll have a limited scope and likely some sort of watermark over whatever I make if I go for the cheapest options. I mean, seriously, most of these softwares work on a subscription-based model and that stuff gets pricey fast. That does mean I need to design something. I know I've mentioned it before and I even mentioned it earlier in the video, but my design sense is not my strong suit, and designing an original character that stands out even more so. I've got a bit of a theme in mind, but I'm not yet confident in my ability to design around the concept. It's the annoying case of I know the principles and ideas behind creating a good design, but I'm not sure if I can pull it off. Things like recognizable silhouette, a strong and consistent color scheme, recognizable signifiers. All that said, as I always say again and again and again, this is a journey. This channel and these projects are not about showing you the perfect end goal and how I got there, and acting as though I got it correct the first try. I don't need to design the perfect character with the most appealing art style in my first attempt. I just need to produce something. If it's a stick figure with the beginnings of a color scheme, that'll be enough for a first step, and everything else can come after that. So, let's refine the polish into substantive goals. I'll leave the design stuff for the animation project, since that's a valuable skill that I'll probably use more in designing characters for the end goal. But that doesn't stop me from goal number 1, become a VTuber. Or, more specifically, rig and face track a something and do a stream with it. I'm not going to say a human face, because if I were to go stick figure or something else entirely, I want to give myself some wiggle room. Goal number 2. At a minimum of 5 streaming, things? What's the word I'm looking for? I'm talking about audience polls, follower notifications, spinners, an opening card, an ending card, soundboard items, stuff that can be used to improve the stream, and I want to have at least 2 of those 5 things to involve some form of audience interaction. Goal 3. Figure out what's happening with the Streamlabs bot, potentially replacing it if necessary. Maybe I'll see if there's a way to just censor the offending words instead of removing the entire message. At a minimum, make it so it just doesn't, remove a viewer's entire message history. Oh, and it goes without saying, I'll continue streaming at my current schedule, even maybe trying to throw in a few extra streams when I have extra time. I think that wraps it up nicely. I should probably mention things like my actual Twitch channel, that is to say, twitch.tv/BlobbertMcNugget. I've also got a Blobber McNugget YouTube where I post some of my stream VODs. I'll put both in the description down below. What things do you think I should add to my Twitch streams? What plugins or add-ons and other features do you enjoy when other streamers use them? Let me know in the comments. I personally love the audience interaction of Doug's streams where he lets them take control, though I'd need an audience first to make that happen. I'd love it if you did join me though. After all, it's we attempt new things, not I attempt new things. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a fruitful day.